Today we're going to talk about kingdom fungi. Kingdom fungi, that is your heading. All right, now what are fungi? Good question. Fungi are many-celled organisms that do not make their own food. Fungi are many-celled organisms that do not make their own food. If I'm going too fast, you can always pause it. Examples of fungi: mushrooms, molds, and yeast. These are fairly common things that you'll find. Why are fungi important? Fungi are saprophytes. What are saprophytes? Saprophytes decompose dead plants and animals. So fungi don't make their own food. They don't hunt things. They don't eat plant material, but they're going to be decomposers. And this is really important. If you think about all of the fungi that you know of, you probably have seen fungi like in a spot of your yard, okay? And it's eating on dead lawn clippings, plant material. You might see it on the side of a dead tree or some old dead bark. It's a decomposer. It's getting rid of dead stuff. I'd write this down. Fungi grow well in warm, humid environments. They like it to be wet. They like it to be wet so they can get all of their moisture. Fungi reproduce using spores, and we'll get into this a little bit more when we talk about plants. But spores are released into the air. Instead of seeds, they have spores, and they're going to release these. I kind of think of them as tiny little balloons, and they're going to float around in the air. And if you have allergies, there might be times of the year where these spores, you breathe them in and they irritate your asthma or whatever it is that you have. But they'll float around and they'll land on random places. Okay? Now, when they land on places, if the place is a good environment for them to grow, then they'll start growing. So if a mold, for example, releases spores, some of them are going to fall on places like your desk here or on the floor. Those aren't good environments to grow, and they're not going to grow. Others are going to land somewhere where it's damp, maybe kind of shady, and there's something to eat, and they're going to start growing. 5 types of fungi. Don't worry about writing this down. The first one is zygote fungi. It's the stuff that's going to be on your bread. If you have little spots on your bread, that would be zygote fungi. Sac fungi, yeast and other molds. If you get this on your crops or in your garden, it's usually a bad thing. Club fungi, which are like mushrooms. Maybe you've seen this on corn, this weird growth stuff. Okay. That'd be considered a sac fungi. Imperfect fungi. These are kind of the weird ones where we're not sure where to put them, so we throw them in here, kind of a miscellaneous category. Penicillin was made from this. Ringworm is an imperfect fungi. It causes, you get the little bumps with the ring on your skin, or maybe athlete's foot. And then lichens are the other type of fungi. What a lichen is it's a fungus with an algae, or a fungus and a bacteria working together, living together. You'll get these on like your shingles on your roof, on the side of old dead trees, things like that. I would write this down. Symbiosis is a close relationship between 2 species in which at least one of them benefits. So a lichen is an example of symbiosis. There are 2 organisms that kind of work together to live a good life. The algae and the bacteria provide the fungi with food. Lichens are a big thing in like reindeer and caribou will eat lichens in the winter. So that's fungi. There we go.